Hello, I'm Nick Cook, and I'm a history teacher at Stonyhurst. This is my first year teaching at Stonyhurst, but I've been teaching history now for about 15 years. I was inspired to become a history teacher because I love the way in which it opens our eyes to the world. And I was very lucky at school to have two amazing history teachers who brought the subject to life through sort of stories and narratives, but also were able to make me feel connected to the past and make it feel relevant. I also think I probably wanted to be a history teacher because I love the subject of history, and that sort of stems to my childhood and hearing stories from my grandparents really about their time and their experiences during the war. And that's why I think for me it's really important today as a teacher that I kind of communicate that idea of story. Um, COVID has been an incredibly extraordinary time to teach, not only because of the challenges it's posed through things like remote learning, but also in the way in which you kind of forget how much of what you love about this job is that interaction you have with the young people themselves. It's just not really the same when you're doing it on the screen. Adapting a subject like history, which is so much about the kind of dynamism you have of a class discussion, that sort of toing and froing with it, and to being online was never going to be easy. And I really dreaded it at first. And whilst remote learning can never replace being in a classroom, I have found sort of adapting to digital platforms like Microsoft Teams and OneNote definitely made remote learning much, much easier and more accessible for the students. And it's really still informed kind of what I'm doing in the classroom today, because we're using sort of OneNote in replacement of sort of what we might have done traditionally with worksheets, and it's great to be able to do that. So some fun facts about myself. I will jump at any chance to don a historical costume or put on a dodgy accent in lesson, officially in the name of learning, secretly because I just love it. I'm also very passionate about computer games, and this has been a real asset to me as a history teacher, because there are loads of computer games out there which are connected to history in the past, and it's great getting students really to sort of just analyze them and tear them apart. In terms of how factually accurate they are. I struggle a bit for a third reason, but my one claim to fame is that I appeared on Blue Peter, which is a British children's TV show, and I've appeared on there twice. Admittedly, I was in primary school at the time, and you can barely see me. But I did get a badge, so that was the main thing. And finally, some advice I would give to anyone who's considering a career in teaching. I think being a great teacher is about being a great student, and as a teacher, you will never stop learning. There are always sort of new ways to do things, fun ways to do things, and there's nothing better really than trying something different with a class and just seeing it work.